Good morning, Anna.
Good morning, ma'am. Sorry. Today we will discuss about update modes. So we are using daily data sources, right? Ready-made data sources. So only for ready-made data source we will use HD or MM or PM, whatever you can see in the LBWE, all will have this. All this will have update modes. You can see this different applications, purchasing, inventory. Okay, here you can add MM. Under the MM, purchasing inventory will come. Also invoice verification will come. This is coming under inventory only. This also invoice. Okay. So all this will come under this invoice verification. Okay. Quality management, QM model, QM model, QM model, QM model. For these all, I mean 11, 12, 13, PM retailing. So all these applications we have a setup tables. Okay, all these applications will have a setup table. So only for this we have setup tables. We don't have any setup table for F5. Okay, so whenever we get any requirement from the business, first we will install the data source. So example, you take any data source like VA item or 2LIS underscore 12 underscore VC item. So whenever you are going to attend the interview, you need to remember this data sources, bro. Otherwise, it's very difficult to work with the client. So you need to remember all these data sources. Okay, especially MM when you are working with the inventory. Also, people they are not properly pronouncing these data source names. Also, I observed it. Okay, you need to call like no 2LIS underscore 03 underscore BX and BF and EM. This is like no stock insulation. We will call as stock insulation or opening balance. It will give the opening balance. This is only one time data load. Daily, I'm not going to load for the inventory. Okay, we are using for this inventory data sources. Very important. You can say interview level. I have used these data sources for my recent project. Okay, I install these three data sources. This is only one-time data load. You can say one-time data load. This is one-time data load. Daily I'm not loading. Only one time I will load that one. So BF, this means goods movements. Goods movements. So terminology it will be difficult for you right now. I mean, goods movements means material movements. Whatever you have products that is moving to some other product, some other plant. That is called like no goods movements. Okay, goods movements. Okay, and also we having revaluations. So revaluations means only amount will be changing. Amount will be changing in this. No changes of no changes of quantity. No changes of quantity in this. Okay, clear. So there is no quantity will change in this. Only amount will be changes in the revelations. Revelations means government is now going to present the taxes budget. They are going to represent the budget February 1st. Might be they will reduce the tax. Might be they will increase the tax based on our product. Okay, we will also adjust our structures. That time we will change the prices, right? That time we need to do revaluations. Amount will be decreased, amount will be increased. The changes and all it will be there in this revaluations. Understood? So every year we are going to represent the budget, okay, in the parliament. So government they will take the decision, they will reduce. So basically, like if you go to Dubai, that is Middle East. So they don't have any tax systems. They don't have any tax systems. We will not worry taxes over there. Even if you are working with any company, no need to pay the tax. But in the India, if you are working or if you are earning something, we need to pay the tax. If you are buying any product, we need to pay the tax to the government. So all these things will be there. Our tax system is different based on the system, based on the country. Okay. So the revelations having only amount will be changing. No quantity changes. So might be like the chips packet, 5 rupees. The chips packets quantity will be same, right? I mean, last time how much they are selling 5 rupees quantity. Same quantity will be there, but only prices will be changing. Got it. So this is like no revelations. So okay, I'm discussing about the only inventory. What about purchasing? You can go to 02 and PUR. I mean HDR 2LIS underscore 02 underscore item. Okay, 2LIS underscore. So these are all available in the, why I'm telling you, why am I explaining you in the LBWET code, we having all these data sources. You can see here. That is the way I'm explaining you again. So for these data sources, we are going to use update mode. Okay. So I'm telling that this is the sales. Okay. I'm coming to sales as well. Okay. In the same way, all the data sources available in this. All the data sources available in this VAHDR. Okay. See, these are all relevant to sales. I mean, sales. These are the sales. These are all sales. Three sales. Sorry. Okay, these are all three are sales. These are all like no delivery and billing. So regular you are getting like maybe you are working on 13 VDHDR. Okay. No. We having only header and item. So might be you are working on sales or delivery or billing or purchasing or inventory. Okay. For this, which update mode you are using? So we are going to discuss these update modes. That is the way I am going to explain all these things. So for this data source, must we use one d- update mode? You can see logistics applications. You can see that LBWE means what? LBWE means what? You can go and you can check this transaction code. See LBWE. I am currently in the LBWE T code. Okay, see here update mode. What are the update modes available for the purchasing? For the purchasing, you can click on this. See, these are the important update modes. They will ask you in the interview. Okay, so once you activate the data source, we need to select this option as well. So direct to delta. Direct to delta means whenever user posting, so you install the data source. Which data source you install? This data source you install. See here, currently you are into 2lis underscore 02 HDR item SEL. You activated. Okay, just assume like activated. Activated in where? RSFI. RSFI activated data source. Okay, fine. Just activated the process, activated the data source. Then we need to maintain the data source. How we will maintain it? See here, like no, our requirement, like no, exactly whatever they are giving. One Excel sheet they will give. Okay, in the Excel sheet they will mention these are the fields I required for the reporting. So exactly our data source will not match also sometimes. Okay, just click on this, maintenance. So you can see, you can read it. Okay, you want to maintain the extra structure although update is active. If you change the structure, the update is automatically deactivated. Before you do, you should note following these steps. Okay, this is just a warning only. Okay, and just click on this. See here, this is very very important. For every data source, what are the backend tables are available? So this, whatever you can see in the blue, this is communication structure, extra structure. Okay, blue color is blue color fields are extra structure, extra structure, extra structure. Okay, blue color fields are extra structure, and black color fields are communication structure, communication structure. Might be, okay, whatever you can see blue color fields, that is available in the RSS6. Okay, all fields are available in RSS6. These fields are available in RSS6. That means RSS3 also will come. Okay, whatever it will not available, it will not available. Okay, whatever you can see in the communication structure fields, that will not available in the RSS6. If you want anything, for example, this one you want, so just move it right side. So when I move in the at the end last, it will add it. See this one only, right? We added which field we added just now. See dummy, I'm adding it. See light last it will go and add it fields. Okay, are getting me? Okay, so here. So you can see here EKKO fields are there. Okay. You can see what are the backend tables for this data source. What are the backend tables for this data source? What is the data source we are looking? 2lis02 underscore HDR. What are the backend tables for this data source? What are the backend tables? EKKO. I'm getting from here only. I don't know ABCD, but I know we need to use how to use tool. We need to know. Okay, this is the communication structure. So I can see these are the fields EKKO, EKPA, EKPA. These two are tables using under this data source. This data source given the SAP based on these two tables they have created. Clear? EKKO, you can see. What is the data source name? You can see here. This data source 2LS02 HDR. What is description? Purchasing header. Purchasing header. Okay, I'm closing this one. Okay. Now you know how to maintain the data source, right? Okay. So later I will go to this as well. Okay. Now just I will open and show you the tables. EKKO. Okay. Click on display. What is the table name? See here. Purchasing header only. Purchasing header only. What are the other table? EKPA. Okay, I will go EKPA also. Okay. Okay. See here. Partner roles in purchasing. So based on these two fields, based on these two tables, they have created this extra data source. Okay. Fine. Okay. Now we'll go for this option. Okay. See, by default, they given direct delta. So, okay, what is the direct delta? I will explain you more. Okay. So the name itself having direct delta. Direct delta. See, basically, what we will do first to activate the data source. First to activate the data source. First to activate the data source. I am giving only DS. Where you will activate. Okay. DS available in RSC6. Correct? Okay. Whether it is working or not. Whether working or not, check in RSA3. Okay, na? So this concept will evolve. Okay, direct delta means what? I mean, you will fill the setup table. Delete, delete setup tables, delete setup tables by using LBWG. Okay, and fill the setup table. Fill setup table. Application number 02. This one, fill setup table. OLI 3BW for purchasing. Fill setup table. I fill in setup table. So then we will execute info package, execute info package with installation with installation data transfer. Correct? Installation data transfer you will do. Once you do installation with the data transfer, okay, whatever we fill the setup table, all historical data will come. Okay, historical data will come to BW. BW means PSA. It will store the historical data on PSA. Okay, after that, we will execute DTP. Execute DTP. Data will move to DSO from PSA. Clear? So next two we will process within the BW. That is fine. Okay. So till we got it. Okay. What you do installation with data transfer means installation with data transfer means installation with data transfer. Okay. Installation with data transfer means what it is. So installation with data transfer init with data transfer. The name itself having data transfer. Okay. First, installation with data transfer means whatever we fill, historical data will come. Historical data will come. Remember this option with transfer. Init with transfer. Historical data will come. After that, delta flag will generate. Delta flag also will generate. Clear. Delta flag also will generate. So from here onwards, delta flag generated. Okay, delta records will come now from here. So business user, I mean backend users, end users, I can say end users will create purchase orders. We are working on purchase full line, right? So end users will create the purchase orders. It will go and sit into the, it will go and sit into the RSS7. RSS7 means what? Direct delta only, direct delta only. RSS7 means what? I will go RSS7. Directly it will store into the, see here, delta Q only. Delta Q only. RSS7 means delta Q. Directly it will come into the delta Q level. It will not store anywhere. Also, parallelly it will store the table level. Table level. Where? Parallelly, parallelly, it will store in, it will store in backend table. Backend table means what? EKKO. EKKO. Clear? Understood. Once you do initialization with the data transfer, start data will come, delta flag also will generate in the BW. Then we will execute only info package with the delta. Info package with only delta will execute. Okay, end user, he will post. Okay, from only one time it will come from the setup table only. And next time onwards it will come from, okay. So here you can see, this is the delta Q. Delta Q. I will give the figure. Okay. This is Q delta. This is Q delta. Sorry. This is Q delta. And end user will post. End user is posting here. End user will post for purchase orders. Okay. This is Q delta, right? And setup tables are in this level. That is with separate route. Okay. Setup tables. This is separate route. We are not including. Okay. This is for only full update. Full update or initialization. Remember this option. Okay. This is for only delta. This is for only delta. Okay. And here we have a PSA. Here we have a PSA. That means I'm combining both. I'm combining both. I mean, let me make it. Okay, see here, PSA. Here we have a PSA. Okay, this is PSA. We have a PSA. Both will update to the PSA only. Both will update to the PSA only. Okay, setup table. From setup table also data will come and sit. For delta Q also it will come and sit. But this is full update. This is delta. Remember. Okay, in the BW, this is delta info package. I'm giving you clear picture. Delta info package. This is full info package. Full info package or init info package. Init info package. Clear. When you execute full info package, the data will come from the setup table. This is historical data will come. This is only delta records will come. Clear. Only delta records will come. Only delta records will come. Okay. And then next process is DSO. That is, we are not thinking about more. Okay. This thinking. So here end user will post the record. End user will post the record. The data directly will come under the delta Q level. It will not sit into the setup table. Remember this option. Whenever end user will create purchase order, that directly will come and sit into the delta Q level. Are you getting me? Okay, then I will execute the delta info package. The data will sit into the PSA level. This is for only delta way. This is delta way. Okay, this is full. This is full concept. Clear. This is full concept. If I want historical data, then I will fill the setup table and then I will execute the full info package or init info package. The data will come to the BW. Okay. And see, when we will go for direct delta, I mean, whenever end user will create the purchase orders, it will store into the, it will store, it will store into the, it will store into the EKKO table as well as delta Q. Okay. Directly, it will update to the delta Q. Remember this point. In the interview also, you need to tell them. Whenever end user will create purchase orders, when you select, when you select direct delta, at that time only, when you select direct delta, okay, at that time only, direct delta at that time only, it will sit into the, it will sit into the delta Q level. Otherwise, it will not come. Okay. So when we will go uses, when we have, when we have below 1,000 records, 1,000 transactions, then you can go for, then go for, then go for direct delta. Okay, this is the option. When you have very less amount of transactions below 10,000, below 10,000 transactions, not 1,000, below 10,000 transactions. That means you open one shop, daily more than 10,000 transactions will come. That means then we will not use this one, direct delta. So we have to use other one. So when you have very less amount of transactions, 1,000 or 2,000 people only will come, customers will come. At that time, you can go for direct delta. I mean, that means daily you are creating only purchase orders only below 10,000. Then go for direct delta. Clear? When we have to use update mode, direct delta, when do have very less amount of transactions in a day below 10,000, then we will go for direct delta. Whenever user any post, end user will post purchase orders, that will sit into the backend table EKKO. Parallelly, it will sit into the Q delta RSS7. Then we have to execute the delta info package so that the data records will sit into the PSA. This is bypass. Okay, this is bypass root way, different way. This is different way. Okay, I will share the pictures in the our group chat. How it will be. Okay, clear. In the same way, in the same way, I'll copy this. This is very important Q delta, and 99% we will use in the real time. This is Q delta. Q delta. LBWQ. Okay. And whenever user end user post, end user post, whenever end user post purchase orders, purchase orders, okay, it will sit into the EKKO table and directly it will come to the Q delta. Q delta. It will sit into the Q delta. Clear? Algebraical. And then we need to use, we need to use V3 job. We need to execute the V3 job. Execute V3 job. Execute V3 job. Then it will come to the delta Q. Then it will come to the RSSM. Okay. And this is also sequence. This is also sequence. Okay. Once you execute delta info packet, see, this is the way will come. Integer post purchase orders. It will come sit into the Q delta. It will come and sit into the Q delta. See here. I'm selecting second option, Q delta. Okay, Q delta. Q delta transaction code LBWQ. LBWQ. How you will see in the system level. So here you can go. This is RSS7. See, this is the RSS7 and LBWQ. See here, you can see there is no transactions. Or else you can go SMQ1. So here we will see all outbound queues. You can see all is okay. LBWQ or SMQ1. You can see or SMQ1. Okay, SMQ1. I'm given both transaction codes. How you will identify what is your target system? BW system. You can see BW 7.4, BW 7.5, APO client. So click QRFC. These are the target systems. Where is your system? BW system, BW data sources. You can search for your applications. See here, it will be like 11, 12, 13, 02, 03, like this would be there. Okay, here we don't have any our Q deltas. Generally, I will show you with the figure other system also. In the real time system, whenever you come to here, I will show you in my system how it will be there. Okay, so like this, it will be there Q names. Whenever we execute the V3 jobs, I will tell you how to create V3 job and how to execute. Okay, and then we will execute the V3 job and then it will come to the delta Q. RSS7 data will come. When we execute V3 job, extraction Q will be clear. Extraction Q, extraction Q will be clear. Will be clear, not delete. Okay. See, whenever you execute V3 job, extraction Q will be clear. This I will say like extraction Q. Extraction Q. Okay, extraction Q, and here I will say Q delta. Okay, when I select Q delta, extraction Q will be there. Extraction Q will be there. Whenever I execute V3 job, extraction Q will be clear. Whenever I execute delta info package, delta Q will be clear. Delta info package will clear delta Q. Clear this point. You need to explain to the interview same points. Okay. So when we have more than 10K records, when you have more than 10K record, then I will go for more than 10K record, then I will go for Q delta. Okay. Blindly will go Q delta. So maximum 99% we are using this one only for all the data sources. Maximum. So maximum till my career, I have used 99% Q delta only for all the data sources. If you want to use any data source, then go and use it only Q delta. Okay, I'm using this one. Okay, I'm using this one. Okay, it will ask you these things. And if you want to use other data source as well, okay, I'm going to use this one item, right? So for item also I'm using, see, for all these data sources, list of all the data sources, it will be Q delta. See here, this inventory will have unserialized V3 update. Okay, this all this we are having direct delta. Okay, based on our requirement, based on our business, we will select this option. If you want Q delta, you can use it. 99% will use Q delta. For inventory, we will use 99% unserialized V3 update. Unserialized V3 update we will use. Okay. For inventory only, we will use it. Maximum Q delta will use 99%. Inventory. Inventory, we will use only unserialized V3 update. Unserialized V3 update, we'll use it. Okay. And the end user will post record. End user will post the record. End user will post the record. End user will post the record. Okay, that will sit into the where exactly it will sit. Update tables. For Q delta, it will sit into the exception queue for this update table. SM13, I guess. Okay, here it will sit. Okay, here it will sit. SM13. And then parallelly backend table would be there. End user will post the record. It will sit into the backend. It will sit into the backend table. Run ping చేస్తున్నా. ఓకే ఏం
7:30 కదా.
Sorry, yeah. My student working in morning shift, so facing some issues. Yeah. Fine. Okay, update table. And then once we clear, once we execute the with job we need to execute with job. It will clear the update tables. It will clear the update tables. Update tables. And then it will come to the direct delta Q, sorry. It will come to the delta Q means RSS7 it will come. Okay. So you need to follow these steps. I will send the figures, okay, today. And then it will come to